Hi, I have a friend with me, but I'm Kira Delatorre, here to post my response to the second discussion board of the semester. And for this one, I downloaded two apps. One of them was an app specifically to help your like physical health. And actually, one of the things that I really liked about this app, one of the pros, was that in the very beginning of the app, you choose like what you want the purpose of the app to be. So they give you three options. You can either use it to specifically lose weight, you can use it to gain weight, like muscle weight, or you can use it to just be healthier in general and just live a healthier lifestyle. So that was one of the things I thought was really good because a lot of the ones that I was finding as I was scrolling through the App Store were specifically like targeted at people who want to lose weight, and I think that's something that can actually be really dangerous, because that's already like the thin ideal is already kind of such a problem in our society. So I really liked that it helped you choose. So the purpose, it was physical oriented though, but you could kind of choose your purpose of using the app. Basically, there were a lot of pros and a lot of cons to this app. It basically helped you. I liked that it would send you notifications to help you drink water. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the name. The name of this app is LifeSum. And I liked that it would send you notifications to like remind you to drink water. It would have you input what you ate for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. It would input exercise, and it would like add it all together to show you what your total calories were for the day, what you were allowed to be having based on your height and weight. So I think it's good for people who do want to generally be healthier or lose weight or gain weight. Some of the problems I had with it though were for specific features or for like a more in-depth analysis of your health, you had to pay. That's something I don't agree with because I don't think people who can't afford to pay for apps like this should be excluded from being able to live a healthier lifestyle and that kind of advice and that kind of push. I also don't agree with the fact that they break everything down to breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, because it's not always that simple. For breakfast this morning, I had a pickle, and then a few hours later, I was hungry again, so I had some Girl Scout cookies. Like, it's not always like meal, snack, meal, meal, or something of that nature. Real life is more complicated than that, and it's kind of difficult sometimes to remember to go in and put, okay, this is what I ate today, I can't, like, this is what I had for breakfast. It's hard to remember sometimes if you're on a busy schedule. Something else, too, that was mentioned in the reading was the fact that, sometimes these apps look really good or fancy and really sleek, but then they're not actually a good replacement for, like, real physicians and real, like, physical contact with doctors and people who know what they're talking about, like nutritionists. So that's something to be wary of too, because I didn't see any credentials for anyone who made the app, so that kind of was a con. The other app I downloaded was a mental health app called Calm Harm, and I actually really, really like this app. It is specifically targeted towards people who practice self-harm. Or not practice, but like there's a lot of reasons why people do it, and the app kind of discusses that a little bit. But people who self-harm, and it's designed to help them if they're going through an episode or if they have a desire to self-harm. It's designed to help them calm down enough to the point where they can either distract themselves or breathe or do anything they need to do so to like kind of release that tension and release that pressure. And it keeps track of all the times that you had an urge to self-harm, all the times that you used the app, if the app helped you or not, the different activities that you did on the app, which ones were more helpful for you. So I really, really liked how personal it was. And I really liked, too, that it would make suggestions at the end, even if you were like, okay, I'm okay now. It would say, like, okay, that's great. Take some time to call a friend. Or here's a hotline number if you need it. I just really liked how personal the app felt. One problem I did have with it, though, is just that if somebody is going through an episode like that where they want to self-harm, opening an app and, like, having that kind of distraction isn't always an option because you're so focused on that moment, So, that was something that I was just kind of like, I'm not sure this would always work, but I really thought that was a really good idea. And that app, too, like, there were credentials saying this was made and, like, trained psychologists helped make this app, so there were credentials, so there wasn't that question of like, well, like this looks nice and sounds nice, but does it really work? Like, is it good in place of like real help? Because it was made by people who offer real help. So at the end of the day, you know, I think that for both physical and mental health, technology has the potential to do a lot of good, especially apps like this. It's just a matter of nailing down, you know, what works for each individual. Maybe someone else would like LifeSum a lot more than I would. I have a really busy schedule. I can't always keep track of what I'm eating and put it into an app. Like, it's just more difficult for me. But Calm Harm, you know, maybe somebody else would see that and be like, no, this doesn't work at all. I really think it's just an individualized process, and it just depends on who you are as a person and what works for you. So thank you for listening to me. Goodbye.